Oh, we're live. I don't know if anyone still follows this. It's been quite a while since went live at West Ham RanDom. As you can probably tell, um, I've been out tonight. I had a few, and I thought, you know what? It's been so long since I popped in to say hello. Since I did a stream, I was thinking about Peach, and I noticed on Facebook that Reese had just posted to Peach's Facebook page, and so I just thought, you know what? Let's go online. Let's go live. I don't think this is going to save because apparently we've had our storage reduced, and so new things won't save. So I don't know that anyone will ever see this, but in case they do, oh, we got someone. I don't know who's watching, but glad to see you watching. But yeah, I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I know it's been quite a while, and it's hard for this season, especially because, man, West Ham are not looking great, are they? Robert, how's it going? Gosh. Well, at least I'm not here on my own. At least there's one other person here. So I'm glad you're here. Man, it's really good that you're here. Tell me what you're thinking about West Ham so far this season. I was at the game last weekend. For those who, most of you probably don't know, I don't want to name drop, but as you know, West Ham Clips, who, to be honest, I'm surprised that he hasn't popped up. He made me this little pin saying, "Hey, I'm friends with Dude Perfect." But Dude Perfect, friends of mine, they bought into Burnley Football Club. And so them and there's an NFL player called JJ Watt. I don't know if you've heard of him. I don't know anything about NFL, but he was there at the game as well. But they bought in, and so Burnley, there's a good chance they're going to get relegated. And so I just thought, how often in my life am I likely to see West Ham United play against a team that my friends have an ownership stake in? So for me, it was worth flying back to England for. So I went to Turf Moor. One of my friends from England came with me. Danny, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. I'm glad it's just not me talking to myself. You got up for a piss and found that I was here online. Well, piss for a bit longer, okay? Bob, piss for a bit longer. But yeah, so I was at Burnley. I went to Turf Moor, and me and my friend, we got there way too early, and we'd had these fancy tickets, so we were in the chairman's lounge. So we tried to get there. They said get there before 1 p.m. for food and stuff. So we get there at 11:50. And we get to the reception at Turf Moor in Burnley, and they're like, you're too early. So there's a pub over the road. We go, we have 2 drinks. We go back, we're like, all right, it's 12:40 now. Like, surely we'll be all right. We go, nope, 15 minutes. We do a lap of the stadium. And we get in, and the Burnley owner's there, JJ Watt's there, and it's crazy. It's another world. We get talking about, I chat to a bunch of these people, and Burnley are bottom of the league, and honestly, so I go into that game, West Ham Burnley, and I surf and turf more. I like that. But I go to the match, and I'm like, well, I'm in the hospitality for Burnley Football Club. My friends co-own Burnley Football Club. They're bottom of the league. And Burnley, they go 1-0 up against us, and we are awful. I don't know how many of you watched the game last weekend, Burnley, West Ham. Awful game. One of the worst games I can remember watching. We have nothing. In the first half, we don't even have a shot. And, 89th minute comes around, 1-0 up. We win 2-1 in the 93rd minute. And I've never in my life felt guilty after a West Ham victory. In normal circumstances, I would have been jumping around, tempted to take my shirt off. Like, we haven't deserved this at all. Ha ha ha, we've won. But I just spent the whole afternoon with like the brains behind Burnley, the ownership, and like it was hard. I couldn't enjoy it at all. Like, I genuinely felt guilty. I felt guilty that West Ham had won because these guys are just like, I spoke to they've got this guy they got from Man City who does analytics. And I said to him, I'm like, so what do you do? He's like, the thing that annoys me is everyone outside of this place, they want to give their opinions and they don't know anything. And it was sad. But 3 points, we'll take it. Burnley won 5-0 today, so I don't feel so bad anymore. I'm doing great. Loving my life here. The beard is new. People keep telling me that they like it. They're like, no, big fan of the beard. It needs to stay. So, but yeah, today they were over the moon. 5-0. What a result. And I genuinely, I hope Burnley stay up. It's a bit selfish because I know that now if ever I want to go to a Burnley game, Burnley West Ham, I can sit in the fancy seats. I say fancy seats, so they're padded seats and there's heating. There's a switch on the seat. There's a 1 line and a 2 line, depending on how hot you want it. So I'm like, here's me, the fancy seats. They don't work. The heating did not work. So, I mean, that's what you expect, I guess, from Burnley Football Club. The poshest seats in the building, the owner's box. The heated seats don't work. They gave us blankets if we wanted to bring blankets, but only the women took them. So, I shared a blanket with the nice lady sitting next to me. Well, I really just wanted to swing by. Happy to have a chat. Any of you, if you got any questions, anything you want to chat about, feel free, ask away. Otherwise, I'll end this as soon as it started. I just, like I said, I saw Reese's post on Peach's Facebook, and I just thought, yeah, it's been too long since West Ham RanDom went live. I promise I'll try and do it more often because, honestly, I just forget about it. I get busy. But I do miss hanging out on here. I don't know what's been going on in the world of West Ham YouTube. I assume that the bore-alongs are still going on by Charlie. Maybe tomorrow morning when I'm watching the game, I'll see. Is it today? Well, I guess it's today. It's a tough one because Palace are not doing well either. I mean, it's a very good question. I don't know how we win any games, but somehow we do seem to. So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 West Ham. Kieran, gosh, you need to get here. If you don't know how to, let me try and remember. It's been literally this long. If you want to jump in and have a chat and hang out, in the chat is the code to come and join me. Feel free to jump in, any of you. Happy to hang out for a bit. Potentially, yes. Plan on it, but I will update tomorrow. Sorry, multitasking. This is class. Kieran, it's good to see you. Everyone loves you, obviously. But yeah, jump on in. Palace tomorrow, I think it's going to be a tough game. I don't know about the fitness of our players. Anyone got any idea? I mean, if Bowen's back, I'll be a lot more confident. That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why Alvarez was out. He didn't travel, obviously, on Thursday. But if those guys are back, we should beat Palace. I mean, quite honestly, they're not very good. I mean, they lost to Luton last week. And I mean, yeah, Luton are terrible. They're, relegation fodder. So I think, I don't know, it's hard to be confident, but we're home. So I reckon we'll win. I don't know if any of you do fantasy football, but this year my fantasy Premier League team has just I seem to curse players. So maybe I should look at who West Ham are playing and just get those players in my team. Because honestly, every time I put a guy in, last week I transferred in Solanke from Bournemouth. He was playing against Sheffield United, who are probably the worst team in the league. They score 3 goals and Solanke not even involved. Yeah, you're right. So there was this virus. I am hoping that in the few days I had a virus as well. I was sick. I'm hoping that they're better now. Yeah, that's true, Danny. I mean, Souček has been our saving grace this season. His stats are insane, aren't they? I mean, it's like the last, 3 games in a row or something he's scored in the last 5 minutes. I mean, it's insane. But, I mean, fair play to old Potato Salad. He's got a lot of criticism from a lot of people last season. Big chunk of the fan base criticised him. Another chunk of the fan base said, well, it's because of the advanced role that Declan Rice was playing. So, I think probably silence his critics because he's scoring so many more goals this season. I just wish we were playing better football. I mean, it's just not fun, is it? Like the game on Thursday. Once again, so I was at the game at the weekend, the last Premier League game, and there were some guys in front of me who had flown in from Spain, West Ham fans. Same thing. We were talking after the game. It's like, you pay a lot of money and you take a lot of time. When you're an international fan going to see West Ham play, I get it. We don't get to go every week. And, sometimes international fans get a bit of a negative rep from the fan base because we don't go every week, but, we show up, and it's a long way to go and it's a lot of money to see that sort of game, I get it. Most people, there's a big chunk of armchair fans that are like, well, we're winning, so that's really all that matters, but when you're out there and when you're putting that sacrifice in to buy a ticket, to fly over there, to go to the games, or even people that live there, you're taking that time out, you're paying the money, you're going to the ground. You don't want to just sit there for 90 minutes miserable and then you get a goal in the last 5 minutes to win the game. It's just not entertaining. Good old Souček. Oh, yes. Yes. If you didn't come on here, I would have left because I have been drinking tonight and it's hit me harder than I expected.
All right. Fuck me. That's watching West Ham. That'll put you a drink.
I know. So I was saying, I don't know if you heard in the chat, I was at the game last weekend.
Yeah.
Awful game.
Oh, it was awful, mate. It was awful. I mean, I'm sure the occasion of going and that might be something to take something out of, but the actual game.
No, I mean, you know what? The fans traveled well. I mean, seriously, like I said, I was first time in my life, yes, I name drop, blah, blah, blah. But I got the opportunity to sit in the owner's box.
Nice.
So, so I wasn't with the West Ham fans, but I had a bunch of West Ham fans in the box as well.
Yeah.
What's our direct? Tim Steidman, whatever his name is.
Steidman.
Yeah, he was there as well. He was a few rows in front of me.
Right.
I hoped Sullivan had shown up, but he wasn't there.
No, too cold for that boy.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It was cold and miserable.
So you just go for the one game, Adam, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was short and sweet, but maybe just as well.
I know. I mean, there were other, I went to see a band play that I like, and some stuff like that. Oh, look at this. I used to be that way, but now I go to church most Sundays, truth be told. And Danny, well, thank you. Seriously, Kieran, I was like, I got home, I looked on Facebook and I saw Reese posted on Peach's page, and I just was like, I haven't randomly gone online in a long time.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good, isn't it, mate? Because, I often go on with Titch and the other disabled team or West Ham Network, but and I always mention Peach at some stage about something, It's mad, isn't it? Something comes in your head about him. And, you miss it. You miss the boy. Really do. I was thinking about him today, funny enough, and then I was just went down to see something on the telly, and this came up, and I went, shit. Yeah, it has to be you. I mean, I'd imagine you kicked it off. So I thought, I'll say hello.
No.
But Burnley game was quickly followed by the European game, which was worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what? If you just take the majority of those games, I don't know which was worse. They were both awful. But at least in the European game, we were missing some players. So we had that.
Some excuse.
I don't know.
But I don't think Adam, you've not really even got that excuse. One of our players is worth more than their whole fucking squad and stadium, right? Just one. So. Even what was on the pitch, it should be far good enough to beat a fourth division English side. Come on. It was woeful. It was woeful. I'll accept it in cup matches because it's about a result in cup matches, right? Yeah. But you can't keep playing that shit in the league all year. It's depressing.
It really is.
We take the 4 points, but God.
That's the problem, Kieran. The argument that you see online is, but getting the results. And it's hard to argue. It is hard to argue. But you're like, because I asked myself this question literally today, Kieran, and I'm interested to know what you think. Because I said to myself, Adam, would you prefer to watch entertaining games, but to be 16th in the league and worried about relegation? Or would you rather watch this shit and be where we are? What would you do?
I think that's the fault of the argument. It's not necessarily one or the other. You can play entertaining football and be up there. There's no reason why Ange Postecoglou has shown you that. Yeah, right? Even though he's had a lot of bad injuries, the last 3 results have gone against him. He's probably going to lose this weekend. But they're playing entertaining football, and Spurs fans are loving it. Yeah, loving it. They've had about 8 years of absolute dross football with Mourinho and Conte playing defensive bullshit. Now they're seeing this fucking expansive game, and they're going, wow, this is amazing. They're enjoying it. And I think they'll take the losses with the wins because, the style of football they're playing. I don't believe because you play an open game, you have to lose.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? It's nonsense. If you just want to care about results and trophies, go and support Man City. You're guaranteed to get a trophy. Yeah. I want to enjoy what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And hopefully wins. If you're playing well, really, you should be doing well.
Yeah.
I hate that crap. I mean, Burnley, we got out of jail.
We did.
We got out of jail against.
Genuinely, Kieran, like that Burnley game, I can't stress this enough. I had no satisfaction in us winning that game.
Didn't.
I felt.
No, I didn't. None.
I was literally sat on a table. We had a pre-match meal. On my table were the people that run Burnley Football Club, their director of football, their head of analytics. They're all of these people, and I felt like an asshole. I literally felt as though I'd gone into their place, eaten their dinner, and then just shit on their like windows and stuff. Like, you know, I felt like a dick, and I got no satisfaction from it.
Adam,
I do now, but
you took the 3 points, but there was no satisfaction. Look, the difference is if we shit house the victory like that against Arsenal, fucking delighted.
Exactly.
Or Man City, delighted. Burnley, bottom of the fucking table, got 4 points on the ball. No, there was no joy in it. None.
That's exactly right, Kieran. It's okay to shithouse victories against good teams.
A big club. Love it. Love it. Because, they know they should have won and they're so good. I love that even more. But not Burnleys or fucking Lutons or Sheffield United, mate. We should be flying past them with, the players we got and the money we spent. And we should have an attitude in the setup that, takes it to them. And we don't. We just don't.
That's what you said. It's the money. Their analytics guy literally said that. He's like, look, that's the difference. West Ham have got £240 million team, and all of their guys are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and over 90 minutes it counts. But Kieran, Danny has said, and it's very true, very important, we are due a weather report from you.
Danny, you remember Danny? Yeah. It's fucking stinking hot, geezer. It's absolutely stinking hot. It just clouded over, which normally today's got to about 34 degrees. And starting to cool down now, and it's clouding, which probably means a big storm coming in this afternoon. We've had some wild storms, especially down in Sydney and New South Wales. They're getting some wild storms, man. But we're due one. But yeah, it's been stinking hot here, man. Really hot.
Good. Hey, I didn't know this. Robert said that the European draw happened today. I didn't know that.
It did.
So
it did. That's it. Slovenia, Denmark, and Serbia.
Oh, my God.
But having said that, Adam, there was some watching England. That's even fucking worse.
I won't. I will when it comes to the tournament.
Yeah, to the tournament. Yeah, but the qualifiers, it's terrible to watch. I don't watch it no more. Okay, but don't watch it.
I watch. I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm not going to drop a specific name. I only watch the US men's team, but that's because, and I'll only watch that because there are people that I know that are playing in the game. You know.
Yeah.
You're going to watch the people that you're friends.
Yeah. It gives you an interest, doesn't it? You know the boys.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. While Southgate's in charge, we'll struggle to watch it. So
funny you should say that. So like I said, my friends, they bought into Burnley Football Club. So the first game of the season, the first weekend of the season, they flew to England to do a whole bunch of videos and stuff. And so they went to, I think it was Chelsea's first game. So they get to go in the owner's box wherever they go. So they sent me pictures and stuff. So it was the five of them were sat in seats, and next to them was David Moyes and Gareth Southgate. So my boys, they got to talk to him. And do you know what they said to me? They said, David Moyes, loveliest bloke, so knowledgeable about football, was
absolutely
awesome. And they're like, Gareth Southgate, they're like, that guy's got nothing.
He ain't got much personality, that boy.
like wet fish, literally nothing, zero.
Look, when you think about it, look, I don't like Southgate as a manager either. I think he's too negative, but and I don't particularly like fucking Moyes as a manager. But at least Moyes has got over 1,000 games under his belt. He's done his yards in managing. Fucking that other really hasn't. No. He was gifted that job, wasn't it? After Allardyce got caught fucking with his fingers in the till. Yeah. Right. They thought, I'll give it an under 21 geezer.
Yeah. He got it for a fucking Pizza Hut advert and missing a penalty. I mean, that's what he got it for.
Yeah.
He's missing a penalty. I'll be manager. I've got something to prove. Everyone likes a story of someone who failed coming back.
Be honest, I think with that squad that's available to him, my God, you should do well. You should do well. My word, there's some great players he's got to choose from.
But really, you should. But then, with no good reason whatsoever, he continues to pick Calvin Phillips and Jordan Henderson.
I know. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing that, the biggest thing about it is he sticks with his old people. Why? You've got so much talent to pick from.
Unreal.
So much.
Unreal.
And you stick with them. And you go, wow. Especially Jordan Henderson. I can understand where Calvin Phillips could still have something to offer. He could. But Jordan Henderson's at the end of it. It's time to move on from that. It's time to look, forward.
I mean,
and
Jordan
put someone
Henderson
else
was
in.
at the end of it. I was at the Euro 2020 final. I don't know if you watched it, against Italy. Rice came off for Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson lost us the game, basically. He was useless.
Rice was one of the best players in the pitch at the time. I don't know why he took him off. I couldn't work that out.
Didn't make any sense. And Henderson was he was a step behind the play
the
entire time he was on the field. Like, unbelievable. And this is the thing. And I get it. I would do a worse job than Gareth Southgate because I'm too nice as well. Like, I coached high school soccer. And there were these kids who I'm like, really nice kid. I want him to get on the field. Is he good enough? No, he's not. The other people are better.
No.
But I don't want to be an arsehole. Like, I like him, and so I want him to play. It makes me a shit manager. You can't do that.
No, but if you're at that level, you can't do that. You can do that for kids and everything else. Of course you can. And you've got to be inclusive, apparently. But that fucking idiot, to me, is you get the team that's going to win you the game, win you the tournament. And I don't think he's got it. Rigel Henderson. Fucking, here we go, look.
That's one of the things I thought as well. And of course, I mean, that's the thing. Like, because Henderson and Phillips shouldn't be in the squad. And if neither of them are in the squad, a world doesn't exist that Ward-Prowse isn't in it.
No.
You can't lose those two midfielders who don't deserve to be in it and find two more midfielders that aren't James Ward-Prowse, right? You can't. They don't exist.
I'm not sure Ward-Prowse is good enough, to be honest. But I put him in front of Henderson and Phillips. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I put him in front of them. But I still don't think he's that good to be an England player. But I still think if you're going to pick Henderson, well, you might as well pick fucking Prowse. They'll give you more.
That's exactly my point. Like, you can't. Henderson has retired. He's gone to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not playing competitive football anymore. Calvin Phillips doesn't even play football. He watches football. He gets paid to watch, And look, I honestly think that I'd argue that he deserves it even less because as a player, you're always going to bet on yourself. But look, you got to take that gamble. If you want to go to the best team in the world and you don't play, you got to know you don't deserve to play for your country.
Yeah, to a point. The only caveat I put with that, though, Adam, is I remember Stones there. I thought Stones was the worst centre-half I'd ever seen play for England. I really did. At the time, years ago. He went to Man City. He was fucking shit there for a long while. And all of a sudden, Pep Guardiola turned him into a fucking player. And not just a centre-half, like this hybrid midfield attacking centre-half. I don't know what the position is. But the boy is superb. He's my first pick on the England team sheet now. Wow. Him and Kane, right? And Rice. Them three. They're my first three picks. Because he had really turned it round, Stones. And I think that's Guardiola. And I was thinking with Philip, maybe the day will come, he will get a chance and he will turn around. Maybe not. But that's why I've always sort of not wanted to bag him too much in case it does come good. But it's not looking likely.
No, I mean, the difference is Phillips is older. And, when Guardiola got Stones had a lot more minutes at all of the time than Phillips.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
He was playing a lot more. He was trusted a lot more to play. You're whack. You guys are whack. Yeah, you're right. At Man City, those seats definitely have heating. Definitely.
All right, yeah. Can't get heated seats. Jesus Christ.
So tomorrow,
last thing I need now is a heated seat.
What's the score going to be tomorrow?
I think we're losing 2-1. But I'm just on my pessimistic week. because watching them Burnley in that top Ola game just done my head in. I fucking hell. Wow.
Palace
We can't keep relying on Souček being the superstar every week. It's not going to happen. It just can't keep happening. We've got to turn in a performance here. We've got to make a performance. And I haven't seen a decent performance. The second half against Forest, the last time I see, yeah, it was pretty good. The first half was dreadful. The last 35 minutes was good. But still, still took a late goal to win it. I don't know, Adam. I don't know what to think of us anymore. I really don't. Do you know, 2 weeks ago, when I was on West Ham Network, Anton gave me a stat, which just proved what I was thinking. That at the same stage last year, right, we have now conceded twice as many goals as that time, but we have scored twice as many as them. Complete reversal, of what we were doing last season.
Really?
Complete. It was almost exact. It was like we conceded 11 last year. Now we conceded 22. We'd scored 11, and now we scored 22. It was complete reversal of exactly what we were doing last year, and we were shit last year. But the performances are just so below par, because I don't believe Moyes' ball works unless everyone's on their game, And when we've had that burnout, Piquet was shit, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Prowse was shit. Souček was shit. It go through them all.
No,
all of them below par. All of them, and it just doesn't work. Then you really look bad. It's just lucky it was Burnley, because they're so bad.
But it's, what frustrated me, and I was talking to this about the guys there as well. Like, you start Danny Ings up front. Now, I've watched Burnley quite a lot this season because obviously vested interest. Now, Burnley play that. First of all, their goalkeeper is 21 years old, very inexperienced. Their whole team is. They play with an incredibly high back line. So, right, we're playing against a team who leave a lot of space behind the defense. Let's put our most immobile, slow fuck up front.
Yeah, exactly. Let's exploit it, would be my thinking. But no. Let's put that in.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, no. You might as well put Souček up front then, really.
Yeah, you're
just
right.
Leave him up there. Just leave him up there. At least it gives you maybe another mobile midfielder into the game.
Yeah.
And I just don't see the point.
I don't understand. You've got a whole scouting team. This is your job. Like, why the hell would you put Danny Ings up there?
I know, and then not support him, and then not feed him anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's standing up there, like a spare prick, isn't he? He's on his own. He can't do it on his own. And he gets no service. It's crazy.
And that's the thing. Like, that's one thing. Like, Burnley today, obviously they won 5-0, and Vincent Kompany, he's got, even though they're inexperienced, they make a lot of mistakes.
I like the style of Burnley and how they play, but the trouble is they haven't got the quality of player to do it.
Exactly.
That's all. The way they're playing,
but it doesn't stop them. Instead of saying, you know what, we're not good enough for this, let's play negative. Vincent Kompany's like, no, we're going to trust the process, and you're going to learn to be better. You're going to learn. You're going to. We're not
exactly. You just don't get him. He's no different, right, to Ange Postecoglou at the moment. Yeah. He's telling these reporters, "I am going to play the way I play, and so is our team, regardless." And he said it might all fall apart.
Yeah.
He said, "But I've got a gut feeling that it won't." That's it. You know what I mean? He said we could get beat 6-0 against Man City, but it ain't going to change the way we're going to play. I just need everyone to buy into it, because in the future, I believe it will be successful.
Yeah.
And he won't change. Now, the only thing, Rip Van, he's got a better quality of player than Kompany has. That's all. You know what I mean? And, you've got to give him a lot of credit for last year to completely turn the philosophy around with Burnley, for the championship season. We've known for years what Burnley do. We've known for years exactly what they do. You know what I mean? Everyone knows what Burnley do, right, under Dyche. Now, he showed you completely and absolutely stormed the championship.
Yeah.
The trouble is, it doesn't relate to the Premiership because I think there's a gulf between the Premiership now and the Championship.
There is.
And the football he's playing is good, and it's a good philosophy, but you need the players to do it, and he doesn't have them.
No.
And like you said, the keeper, I think any team that comes up and needs a cracking keeper is going to save their asses if you've got any chance. And they haven't got that.
No.
You know,
Because
it's got to be
what they've done is they've put their philosophy the whole way through the team, and their keeper is, you know, he's a Man City product. He is massively rated. His potential is huge, but he's 21 years old and inexperienced.
Yeah,
should be playing on loan in League One. That's where he should be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he should be doing his time to get there. You know, he should be doing it.
The truth is,
that's why of all the 3 teams that came up, the only one I've given a chance to is Luton, and one of the reasons is not just the fight they've got in the team, but their keeper is called Kaminsky. He's good. He makes a lot of saves. He's a decent keeper, and their home form is what they've got to rely on. Maybe they can pick up points enough to bring someone else into it. Not likely, because I think reality is the 3 promoted teams are going back down. But they have half a chance if they can, nick points at home.
Although Luton have got the least expensive, you know, they've got the cheapest squad in the Premier League. I mean, they nothing. They literally didn't invest in anybody.
Yeah, but they've got a bit of fight about them. That's about it.
Like, who's number 1? Arsenal, is it? They're in the 21s. That's nice. I was I don't really keep up now with the under 21s. All right, well, Kieran, listen, I gotta go to bed because I gotta be up to get to the pub for the West Ham match. You probably just woke up. What time is it there?
Oh no, I'm 20 to 4 in the afternoon.
Oh damn! So what time's kickoff?
I've forgotten. I'm not sure if I even get up for it. It might be midnight for me, guys. It might be midnight. Is it a 2 o'clock kickoff back in England, or?
Let me think. 8. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's midnight for me.
Will you bother?
So I'll have a. No, I've really, after watching the last few games, it's hard for me to stay up for it. So I might just get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and just watch it without knowing what went on. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting up early, going to the pub.
Brilliant.
Yeah. It's 8 a.m.
Wouldn't mind that so much. But for me to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For us, it's all right. You know, I get up at 7, get ready, drive to the pub.
Yeah. So Danny's got 8 o'clock, and what time is the game on for you?
Same. Where's Danny? Danny, whereabouts do you live?
He's in America, isn't he, Danny?
Yeah, he is, but I just can't remember what state he's in.
Well, what time is it on for you? How many hours you got difference?
No, I'm the same. It's 8 o'clock for me as well.
It's 8 o'clock kickoff. That's a nice early beer, geezer.
No, well, vodka Red
Bull. Got to do it, Jack. You got to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
you need it. You need a beer watching that.
I didn't realise you were so close, Danny, to be honest.
Oh, he's in Austin.
Yeah, it's not far away at all. Same state. Wow.
What, is that in Texas?
Yeah.
Texas?
Yeah.
All right. No, I had feeling you were in Dallas.
That's where I am.
You're in Dallas, he's in Texas.
No, Dallas is in Texas, you dildo.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm fucking thinking about something else there. You're right. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, but you're all right. He's in Austin, Texas. You're in Dallas. Of course you are. Fucking hell. Just had a brain fire.
Oh, amazing.
Austin.
Classic.
Yeah, is that where they make the cars?
Yeah, I've been a few times. It's a cool place. All
right, Chuck. I'll let you go get to bed and do your thing.
Oh, this is good. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. It's been
good to have a chat with yourself.
Yeah, we are. Well, hey, you ever want to come up, watch a game at Dallas Hammers? Your drinks are on me, Danny. So, let us know. Austin, there's some good guys. Austin, Yossi and the Hammers. A couple of their guys came up to us. Kyle, he was part of them for a while. He's one of our, a meathead of our gang. But yeah, hopefully we get a win. I think it's going to be 2-1 to us. So
yeah, I hope so, mate. I hope so. I'm just lacking confidence after the last couple of performances now. I just don't know.
Easy to do, but it comes a time where you just have to think, you know what? Maybe we can just be shit and get a result. Maybe we can.
Yeah. We can, because look, they're missing that Decore and Eze, and that's a big loss for them. So that could help. It's only that Elise we've got to keep quiet. And Emerson will have to deal with it, right? He's coming down the right week, so hopefully we can deal with it.
Yes, Danny. Kyle Eden is a good lad. I'm in a little chat text. We've got like a whole group of us, but Kyle is there most times. He just had a kid, so. But yeah, Kyle, big. This guy, he looks Irish, Kieran. Big ginger.
Yeah, big paddy
guy, like miserable bastard as well. We have a lot of good banter. I love.
Is Danny the boy that used to come on to American Hammers now and again? Danny or not? Isn't he? With a beard? Danny, is that you? Is that Danny? You used to come on, you had a beard and that?
We'll find out when he answers us. When he answers
yeah. Or you want someone else's channel? I remember seeing you. Talked a lot of sense. Makes a change, doesn't it? For one of us. But
God, I miss him. Do they still? Oh no! Apparently, he never went live.
Oh. No, you didn't. Danny.
I wonder why. Well, maybe you should, Danny. Maybe you should. Next time I come live and I post a link,
press the link. Press the link, Danny.
Especially because we're in the same time zone. I mean, yeah, it would be nice. Get another text in here. We can talk shit about Kyle as well, because that would be funny. I'll record it and send him clips. I love winding him up. We always give each other a lot of abuse. It's just our relationship, really. Oh man, that's Kyle. It's just he should have jumped on with us. But right, I gotta go because I am to hide.
Good to talk to you, FraNkEL. And
always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure.
And you, brother.
All right, you take care. We'll do this again soon, all right? Robert, thanks for tuning in. Danny, good to see you. Always a pleasure. We'll be back. Who knows when, but it will happen.
Who knows where?
Yeah, who knows where? Who knows when?